Good morning. It's now just about 8 o'clock on Sunday the 21st of April. It always seems to be about 8 o'clock in my videos for some reason, I'm not sure. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a quick update on how I got on yesterday on the plot and show you the results. Mainly weeding yesterday. There was a heck of a lot of weeds. I'd let them get a bit out of control. I'd looked at them and thought, they're not going anywhere, I'll not bother. And then suddenly, they just exploded and weeds were everywhere. So, the potato bed, now completely cleared of weeds. There is one potato starting to come up in the middle of all this, but so tiny I'm not even going to bother showing you, and nothing in the pots at the back. Now, this bed has a lot of grass, a lot of buttercups in here, and they've all come out. I've taken the netting cover off for the time being, because some people were saying they couldn't really see what was underneath properly, so hopefully you can now see a little easier the last of the overwintering cabbages, which have absolutely come on fantastically at this point in time. They need to come out soon. It looks like they're just about to start to go to seed. Well, that's what it looks to me, but I'm a novice, so I don't really know. So there's about 4 or 5 in here, and then in my lasagna bed there's just one left, which we've had all the others off, and this has been very nice. The plan is this is going to come out today. I want to top dress all of the ground in this top half with some chicken manure pellets, which will hopefully give a bit of a boost to the soil. Then it's going to be strung off, but not today, into square foot gardening yet again, and we're going to carry on and hopefully get some stuff in today. I've got lots of salad leaves I need to put in, so I'm going to try and get those in here today if I can. Now, I've also taken the top off this bed. Now this one I haven't got around to weeding as yet. There's lots of buttercups in here, but not as many as I thought there might be. These are Brussels sprouts, which were planted last year. I'm not sure if these are going to survive this year or whether they're going to come out. It looks like they're possibly all about to go to seed. If they do, they're just going to come out. It was an experiment again. Well, not even an experiment, it was a case of I had the plants, rather than wasting them, I stuck them in some ground. If they do go to seed, they're coming out, and I can reuse this for everything else I need to this year. We're going to weed it today as well, get rid of all the bits and pieces in there, make it nice and ready for a crop for this year, hopefully. Now, what else did I do? Ah, yes. Extended the path slightly. It was a bit, well, higgledy-piggledy, not level. So I've put some more soil underneath it, put some wood chip from down by the side of the rhubarb bed, you'll see that in a moment, and put a couple more flags on. One thing I want to do today is extend it further up to this, up to the patio area. If I have enough wood chip to do it, I'll do it all today. I've also brought down some plants from conservatory at home. Now, I've got some broad beans, one to this side. At the back of them I've got some onions, stew-on onions. Now these are doing much better than the ones that were overwintered. They're not as tall yet, but the way they're going, they're going to catch up very quickly. Next to them I've got some shallots. Only one of those is showing at the moment, but I'm sure with a bit of TLC we'll get a few more. Then I've got a mixed tray. The little things showing on there are some Romanian green calabrese. I think it's Romanian, sorry, autumn green, not Romanian green. The rest of the cells in there's a couple of pumpkins in there, there's some courgettes in there, nothing showing as yet, but they only went in on the 4th, so they've not even been in for 3 weeks as yet. Hopefully something will start to come up when I put them inside the polytunnel. Then I've got 2 trays of leeks, which are pretty pathetic to be honest. They went in at the beginning of February. They've suffered from damping off. All sorts of things have gone wrong with these. There's a few hardy sores still clinging on, so I might get something out of them, but I'm not particularly bothered to be one way or the other. I planted some more recently, sold some more. Hopefully they'll come up. And one thing I brought from home, which I wanted to show you, is this plant. Now this is an unusual plant that not many people will have seen or even heard of. It's a tree onion, or Egyptian walking onion. Now apparently what it does, it grows a great big stem going up quite tall, and on the end of the stem you get little bulbils. So it grows its seeds outside of the ground. Then, as all onions do when it's ready, it falls over. The bulbils land 12 inches, 18 inches away from the plant itself, and they seed themselves there, and then they grow again, hence the walking. It will keep on walking and walking if you let it. And eventually it'll walk off your plot if you're not careful. But it's an unusual thing. I got given this last year but didn't plant it out because I hadn't really nowhere to put it, and it's survived this year and come up nice and strong. I've got 3 shoots on the bottom of it, so I've got a triple tree there. So hopefully I'll get something good from it. Now, over to the rhubarb bed. This, if you remember, was absolutely completely covered in weeds. Majority of the weeds are now out, as you can see, and the bed itself is just totally skew, as you can see there. It's way up on one corner. It just needs digging in properly, because this bed was level but we had to move it because it was in the wrong place basically, and we set it up. The path alongside, as you can see, is part emptied of wood chip. I'm going to get all the wood chip off there to carry on the path I've already started. Move the bed, dig it in again, put the liner back and just peg it down because I won't have any wood chip left by that point. Not really planning on using this path for some while, as it's where the drainage channel continues, as you can see. That's yet to be filled in. We've got to get some stone on the plot to do that and continue with it. On this side of the drainage channel, it's filled in with rubble at the moment. Just got to put some turf sods over the top of it, level it off, and then the drainage on my side is completed, which will hopefully solve a lot of the problems I've been having. Not been bad recently, but still. Now, the pond. I was hoping to have fixed the problem of the pond, but as you can see there's a 5p piece which I put on the highest point of the pond. When I left last night, well, 3 o'clock yesterday, that was touching the water. It's now half an inch down. Could be evaporation, not convinced, to be honest. I think that the patch in the middle is failing again. So what I'm going to do today is put some more water in it today. Just a couple of bucketfuls just to lift the level a little bit and give it a chance. Get myself some bicycle repair patches over the next couple of days. So when this does eventually drain out again, or when I have the time, I'll remove the patches and let it drain. When it's dried off, I will then patch it again properly with some proper stuff this time, and not the stuff that was sold to me in B&Q as being waterproof. Yeah, it was waterproof, but it doesn't work underwater. It doesn't seal. So I'll sort that out and hopefully have a pond I can get the frog spawn, which is there and at the back there, and hopefully let that help that survive. Anyway, that's as far as I got last time. Doesn't seem an awful lot now, but it took me about 6-7 hours to do it because there was a lot of grass and a lot of weeds everywhere. But that's it for now. What I will do, I think, in a moment is take you for a little spin around the plots of other people, what we can see from the road, and basically show you how far it's progressed. I did a spin round a few months back and there wasn't a whole lot happening at the time, but we'll try again and show you what's happening around the area. Hello again. Right, this is the plot next to mine. This is Tony's plot, and as you can see he's gone for the raised pallet collars which are filled with manure, etc. He's also using the blue pipe idea. His blue pipes are permanent and he screwed them to the sides, and he's going to cover those with netting. Not got a lot in the ground at the moment, although he has got a lot of stuff in the polytunnel ready to go, but he tends to work away a lot, so it's a bit more awkward for him to get down as often as he'd like. Next plot. Last time we looked at this, it had been levelled and there were 2 raised beds in. There are now 3 raised beds. There's some black tarp down. There's loads of rhubarb at the back, which looks great, and there's lots of planting going on. Lots of mini cloches there, as you can see, and things are coming on great on here. I'm looking forward to seeing how this progresses. Next plot. This one here is Len's. He's got some shallots in the ground here which are coming up quite nicely. The rest of his beds have been dug over, manured, and are ready to go. He's got some nice raised beds at the back there as well. Nice compost pile. greenhouse which is got some of the glass in, not all the glass in. Struggling a little bit with that, I think, really. And then we've got some of his rhubarb, which is looking absolutely wonderful. Right, let's carry on, go for a little walk round. Car park area with a picnic table, which is very handy in the summer, and stock of scaffolding boards. Now this is a new plot. Not got a huge amount done at the moment. They've got a couple of raised beds and they've got some planting in, which is great to see from the newcomers. Shed base and the shed ready to go on it. Now this plot is Diane's, and her rhubarb is absolutely brilliant. I mean, look at the state of that. It puts mine to shame, and I thought mine was doing well. Lots of stuff in here, some fruit bushes, some comfrey at the back over there. Little mini frame that she's going to be growing beans up, I believe. And loads of stuff in here. It's brilliant to see. Another little plot here. There are things in. I'm not sure what they are. I'm hoping they're in and not weeds. To be honest, I don't really know. Then another plot at the back here, where they're again using the blue pipe. I seem to have started a trend with this when I used it last year. He's got the same idea as me. The only difference he's got is that he's got a pipe across the middle. Sorry, a piece of wood across the middle of his to hold the pipes in place, which is a design feature I'm going to incorporate into mine this year as well. And then we've got another plot at the back there with chickens on it at the moment. Nothing in the ground else at the moment, just his chickens, which is fair enough. Right. I'll have a wander over the other side now. Turn this off while I'm going, I'll put back on. So I'll show you this on the way around. This is the only water we have on site at the moment. We have got 3 IBCs, each of which holds 1,000 litres or just over 250 gallons. And a couple of taps, and that's it. Now, the distance down there to where my car is where my plot is. So it's not a huge distance to travel, just not that bad really. The plot here, some big long raised beds in, looking very nice. Being dug over and manured. Don't think there's anything in there at the moment in the raised beds. We have some fruit bushes and rhubarb at this end here, so that's looking good. Another pot. Now this one has got lots of stuff in it. Looks like there's some big onions in there, or maybe they're leeks. No, they're leeks, I think. And leeks and some brassicas by the looks of it there. And a mini coleslaw. Now this is one half plot. Now this guy's just given up another half of his plot here recently because it was just, he accepted it was going to be a bit too much for him this year with work, etc. And you guys taken this on only last week, I think it was. I've not seen him yet, so I don't know how he's doing or what his plans are. Then we have another little half plot at the top here where you got oh hello Robin, and got some boxes there ready to go in, a couple of beds, and the obligatory shed, of course, that we all hope to have. Some very overwintering Brussels on there, which I think have probably gone past, just like mine. Right. Then there's another plot here at the back. This is David's plot. Lots of lovely daffodils on here. And he was the first to have the polytunnel on here. We've all copied him really with that. Another plot here in the middle. These 2 big square beds and a very big raised bed there. Again, stuff in here, the strawberries, there's rhubarb, overwintering onions here, look much better than mine. Much better than mine. And then we've got another plot on this side with a small greenhouse, a couple of raised beds. Oh, we've got some stuff in there as well. I was making that frame yesterday when I was over, so done quite well with that. It's coming up nicely, and he's got his plants in and protected, which is great to see. Fruit trees, rhubarb, lovely. Right. One more plot here, just on the edge of mine. Again, raised beds. He's plastic lined the timber. He's put the extra uprights in because he's planning on some of these to lift them higher, so we can have double layers. And again, got stuff in at the back. Right, the next one's a little bit of a walk, so I'll turn this off and come back to it. Now, this is Michaela's plot. Now, she was not exactly struggling last year, but wasn't really getting on too well with what she was hoping to do. She's now got her uncle coming to help her, and a lot of this stuff, I'm not sure if it was him that's done it or whether she's already got it started. I'm really not certain where they're up to. Shed base over there, but it's looking really, really good. Absolutely fantastic. So I think I've covered everybody's plot on here. Now, if you're watching this from the allotment and I've missed your plot off, apologies. It wasn't done deliberately. I'm just sort of losing track of where I've been and where I haven't been and whose plot is whose, etc. One thing I must show you is something on the edge of Diane's plot that she has posted on a couple of groups. I don't know if everyone's seen it. She got an old bedstead, and as you can see, with a bit of ingenuity and a bit of wood, they've made a rather nice bench. So I think that's fantastic. It looks really good. It's obviously someone with a bit of metal skills and what have you has put this together, and a bit of woodworking skills. But I'd be very happy with that on my plot. In fact, I'd be very happy with that in the garden, to be honest, at home. It looks absolutely wonderful. So 10 out of 10 on that one. Is it metal? Yeah, it's metal. So thought it might be wood just for a second looking at it, but it's definitely metal, and it looks absolutely wonderful. So I'll put an order in for one of those, Diane. If you get a spare bedstead, just let me know. Anyway, that's everything for now. Might come back afterwards and show you inside the polytunnel when I've had a go at it, but for now, that's a lovely pink wheelbarrow. You can guess that's not a bloke's wheelbarrow, can't you? Anyway, that's enough for now. I'll speak to you later.